There was an incredibly sad and heartbreaking story that I heard on the news many years ago of a San Diego man who was driving home from work just like he did every other weekday, but this day was very unfortunately different, and that's because when he was driving home and he was getting closer to his neighborhood, he heard sirens and he became very concerned, and as he got closer and closer to his neighborhood, he saw smoke billowing and his heart had dropped. And I want you to try to put yourself in his position. And as he turned onto his street, he saw police cars and ambulances and fire trucks everywhere. And as he came closer and finally he made it closer to his house, as close as he could, he looked up and his house was engulfed in flames and his family was still inside. And the end result was his 2 children and his wife and his mom all died now. Just try to imagine being him. Obviously we can't do that unless you've lost somebody very close to you tragically. Just a sliver of the immense his family killed sorrow that he must have had at that moment. His house burned down. Now listen to this hadith of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. He said, the person that misses the Astor prayer, it's as if they lost their family and all their wealth. How can we, after hearing this hadith, ever miss another Salah again? We should at least make the intention and the resolve to try to pray our Fard prayers if we're not doing it already, because of the immense reward that we lose for not praying that prayer, and perhaps he said the first tremendous amount of punishments that will come to us for deliberately missing for on the day that prayer. Prophet, peace and blessings be upon thing that will be inquired, that you will be held to account at judgment is your Salah. If it is sound, you will be successful, and if it is lacking in any way, you will be doomed. In another hadith, the Prophet, peace be upon him, he said, if someone leaves off the prayer, meaning they don't pray, they are a disbeliever. And then finally in Surah 74, ayah 42 and 43, a conversation is conveyed to us as documented of the people in paradise, who will look down on the people of hell and ask them what caused you to be in hell, and they responded, to a nod of those who prayed.